So we're all stuck at home, we're all on lockdown, and we're all in danger of spending the next 3 weeks gazing at our navels. What I've decided to do in this video is to give you 5 ideas for how to stay creative at this time. I'm going to use these 5 things, or one of these things, to stimulate myself and to go out and make a short film based on that. That's my art form. If you want to choose a different art form, go ahead. But the important thing is that we stay creative at this time. So here are 5 tips for how to create something during the lockdown. Number 1, and this is in no particular order, is the one room challenge. So on YouTube there's a guy called Brandon Lee who is fantastic. He's an amazing filmmaker, and when he was traveling around he wanted to stay creative. He was in a hotel room, so he decided to do what's called the one boring room challenge, I think he calls it. So for me, that would be a case of saying, okay, I'm going to be in this room, I'm going to create a story that happens just in this single location, and then to create that. So again, if you're a writer, maybe that's what you do. You look around, you see what kind of props you have. You're in one room, one location, and you use that to create a story, create a short film, a poem, a painting, whatever you want. Idea number 2. You get the nearest book that you can find, so you reach for that and you basically open that and you find the first 3 nouns that are in that book. Should be interesting for all you X-Files fans out there. That's a bit of a tongue twister. So the first 3 nouns of this book. So in this case it would be, so together but different, like 2 sides of a coin. So the first word would be coin, second word is world, third word, surprisingly enough, is alien. So coin, world, alien, create something with that. Go. For those of you who remember newspapers, pick up a newspaper. Alternatively, you can jump onto the interweb, go to a news site and scroll through, find a newspaper headline, and then use that as something to create a story. Now the secret with this is I don't let myself off the hook easily. What I like to do is I like to get the newspaper headline or the news feed headline, and then to write 20 different ideas from that story, because you might think, right, latch onto one and then you run with that, but you've got 20 opportunities there. So really try and stretch it out. Try and think of as many mad random ideas as you can, even if they seem ridiculous. Go with that and see what comes up. Have some fun, see how wacky and wild you can actually be. So number 4 is to kind of reverse engineer everything. So what you can do is, in terms of myself creating a video, I can go into the likes of Epidemic Sound or whatever sound library you use to randomly pick a tune from that, and from the music to start to build something. So it's almost like you're making a like a music video. So you're going to start with the sound and then you're going to create the story around that. Again, in terms of myself, it'll be visuals. Maybe if you're a writer, you can choose something that is instrumental and put some lyrics alongside that. It's totally up to you. You can use this in any way you want. The final way in which you can stimulate yourself to create is to get a sheet of paper, to write I am 10 times, one below each other. Once you've done that, on the sheet of paper, set your clock, give yourself a minute and complete those sentences. So you've got 10 sentences that all begin with I am. Now you're given a minute so as not to censor yourself. You just have to batter through it as quick as you can. Once you've done that, you've actually created a poem for yourself. So from the poem you can then use that to create. There's nothing more scary than staring at a blank sheet of paper in terms of creativity. So you have your very firm parameters there and you just get stuck into it. And very quickly you've created a poem and you've created something that can be the basis for further creation. I'm saying create a hell of a lot, but I think that's important at this time. So they're the 5 tips. What I would like people to do is leave me a comment in the comment section below. Tell me which of those 1 to 5 that you'd like me to do. I'll challenge myself and I will go out there and I will make something based on that. And also for those people who do create stuff, please do share it. I would love to see if this has given you an idea for going out and creating something at this time when we're on lockdown. And actually these constraints are fantastic in really providing a framework in which we can really let our creativity thrive actually. These restrictions enable us as opposed to being something that is a barrier, and I think that at this time that is something that's really, really important for us to remind ourselves. So, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, think about maybe subscribing, because I'm going to put more of these stimulus out. I want to try and do this quite regularly. Again, leave a comment in the section saying which of these you want me to take on board. I'll see what people comment and see what gets the biggest votes. And during this time, keep yourself well, keep yourself safe, and make sure you keep on making stuff happen.